How's everyone doing? Hope y'all are having a great week so far. Recording this on Monday. It's the first of the month, man. New month means so many new things. First of the week, start of a new month, start of a new day, right? Like, man, you know, I don't know how to segue from that into this, but it's a new month, it's a new week. Let's take advantage of these opportunities we've been given, right? It's a new month, 4 weeks to grow. I like tracking my growth over months, May, April, March, seeing how I've grown in each of those months, like each month really since the start of the new year, and I don't really make resolutions to myself or make goals. I do make goals. I don't frame them as like resolutions. I just frame them as month long goals. This month, by the end of this month, I want to have accomplished X, Y, and Z. Reflecting back on May, it was a little bit of a turbulent month, but I did the best I can. I made progress, and progress is what matters, right? So I'm satisfied with myself, having looked. I need to do a deeper reflection on my May, but looking at it just now on a whim, yeah, I'm pretty happy with where things are moving, where things are going. Full transparency, I spent too much money on clothes this month, dude. I think I was talking about that like in a few videos before, like just talking about my appearance and brushing up on my clothing. I got addicted to Casios, man. I bought a Casio and then I bought another Casio and then now I want to buy more Casios. Casios, man, they're cool. They're pretty cheap and they look nice and like I enjoy them. I just enjoy having like a nice watch. Now, I can't let it get too excessive. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, I have a few new watches now. I was at the Sunglass Hut just looking, nothing serious, but yeah, this really cute lady, she could have sold me a pizza box. She could have sold me cardboard sunglasses and I would have paid top dollar. So, had to had to cop. Um, and then I just got some new shirts and uh, a few new pairs of pants. What else did I get? That was it. That was it. But like, it's a necessary thing. I think I was even talking about this like when I was talking about upgrading my wardrobe. The only way to go through it is to go through it. Or, there's a better way of saying that, I know. The only way through it is through it. Something like that. If you know in the comments, let me know below. It's like there's no way around it. Gotta go through it. Something like that. It's something along those lines. You know what I mean, though. Anyway, um, a theme that I have, or something that I say probably in every video, is just it gets better. It gets better. It gets better. Things get better. Life gets better. And I always feel bad when I say that because it feels like such a cliche thing to hear, you know? And it feels so fake. Just being real. Like when nothing looked good in my life, when everything was going wrong, when my back was against the rope, when my back was up against the ropes, my back, I was cornered, right? Back up against the wall. Um, I don't know why I'm forgetting all these sayings tonight. Anyway, when my back was against the wall and I had nowhere to turn, and just everything was dark in my life. Someone saying it gets better, like I would have listened, but like in my mind I would have been like bullshit, bullshit. That's bullshit. Um, and I say that now to people all the time, not just on here, but like people in my everyday life. I just tell them, hey, you keep on doing the right thing, it'll get better. And I just want to share some things that I've gotten better since I got sober. Maybe just as an example or as yeah, I guess example is the best way to put it. Just as an example that like things do get better. Things do get better. I'll start off with work that's tied into another aspect, money, finances. I'll start off with work. Uh, Before, when I was drinking, I was just working jobs that I just did not respect and had no future prospects in, you know. I didn't enjoy the work. I didn't really take pride in the work. That's not to say that the work was menial or low level. You know, I have a tremendous amount of respect for people who do that type of work. It was food service work. I have a tremendous amount of respect for those people, right? But for me, I just didn't have a passion for it, man. You know, it was just a means to an end for me. And I think combined with my attitude when drinking, it was just destructive. It was just destructive all around. And now, you know, I now it's not even about the job, I would say. It's not even about the job. Before, when I was drinking, I would never get promotions, I would never get raises. I got the same amount of respect, like the baseline respect that you could get from my bosses, right? Like just for showing up. Like he showed up, okay, but that was it. That was it. Now, I was talking with my boss today, and he was saying that, he, I don't want to speak too soon, but there's talks in place, for different things, for different mobility within the company for me, you know. And he was saying it's because of my reliability, because of how dependable I am, you know. And I have other coworkers too, and they show up. But since I've gotten sober, and since I've done this work on myself, I've been able to be a pretty good employee. Now I still be fucking up from time to time. I'm not perfect. No, I'm not perfect by any means. Far from it, dude. Far from it, bro. I could tell you all the stories. I am not perfect. But when something goes wrong, I own up to it. You know, I do my best to show up every day. I do my best to be honest. I do my best to just do the work in front of me to the best of my abilities. If I'm freaking raking leaves, dude, I'm going to do the best job that I can. If I'm mowing a fairway, I'm going to do the best job I can. If I'm rolling a green, I'm going to make sure those lines are as straight as possible and that green is as presentable as possible. Any job that I do, I really work to like, and I'm being genuine when I say this, like to the best of my abilities. That was just something I was never able to do when I was drinking. So that gets better, you know. Employment gets better. Finances, man, I'm able to save money now. I'm able to buy freaking Casios and sunglasses and shirts when I want to. No longer is all my money going toward drinking. You know, I'm able to put money aside, be comfortable. And that's all I'll say on that. I'm able to just be more responsible. Um, my sleep, my sleep has improved so much, dude. I'm on a set sleep schedule now. You know, I'm able to actually get rest, and I wake up well rested. I go to sleep actually tired. Like I'm actually tired and feeling ready to go to bed when it's time to go to bed. I have a set routine. The sleep is so important to me, dude. Like my sleep is sacred, bro. And like I'm not that type of person where like if I say I'm going to go to bed at 9:30 or 10, I'm not the type of person to like really stop plans. Like me and my buddies be going out at night sometimes, and that's cool. It's always a fun time. But like when it's time for me to go to bed, like I'm able to go to bed pretty quick. I'm not like tossing and turning and like all this and that. Like it's, dude, I'm telling you, like, oh man, bro, that's a beautiful thing to have, bro. That's a beautiful thing to have. That's that's one aspect of my sleep that's improved. The quality of rest, man. Like I can't begin to tell you like how well rested I am. I could get 4 hours of sleep, dude, and still wake up and be like, all right, I feel all right. Granted, I'll need a nap probably throughout the day, but like when I wake up and it's time to wake up, I'm still like, all right, like cool, let's get up. Uh, Before, when I was drinking, I could get 8 hours or 10 hours, and still feel groggy and just shitty and hungover. Most times I shared this. I wouldn't even wake up. I would just like open my eyes and like, oh, here I am. Oh, how did I get here? You know what I mean? Like not even remembering coming home the night before. Now I remember everything that happens, dude. My That goes into another thing. My memory, dude. My memory has improved so much, dude. I remember the slightest details, like everything that someone says to me a week from now, I'll remember. I remember names slightly better. I'm getting better at that, as time goes on. But I remember things people say. I remember interactions that I have with people. I remember faces. I remember just events and sequences of events. And like, that's a beautiful thing because it's like, it helps me in my relationships, you know? It helps me in my friendships to just remember shit. You know what I mean? Like, not just always be forgetting. Like, I don't know, it's kind of a scumbag thing. Like, some people can't control it, and that is what it is. But, like, I always felt like a scumbag when I would forget things. And I did that all the time in my drinking. Now I don't. I remember everything, bro. I'm like an elephant, dude. I got that memory in me, dog. Um, Talking about the memory, friendships, relationships, dude, drastically better. Just sober friendships are just like better all around. And I even have a few friends still who are not sober, and I still kick it with them from time to time. And even that quality of friendship I found has improved, mainly because of actions taken on my end. Like I'm much more selfless. I'm able to remember things better. I'm able to hold commitments and things that I said I would do better. If I said I'm going to be there at 6:30, I'll actually be there at 6:30, if not like 6:20, a little bit earlier or whatever. Like I'm able to actually be a man of my word, and hold these commitments and like be present for my friends. Um, I don't have a girlfriend yet. I'm not really looking right now for anything too. I'm like window shopping. Oh, bro. But when I talk with girls, dude, like I'm able to be confident. I'm able to be confident. I'm able to be funny. Like I'm able to really show up and like indulge in their interests. It used to just be the me show, my interests or the highway. And now, like, if I'm just having a fun, light conversation with anyone, really, um, it's just, yeah, the interactions just improve so much, dude. Like, you really become yourself. I've found I've really become just myself, who I really am. And it takes time, it takes time, but like, these things do get better. I've seen it in my own life. And if it's happened to me, dude, oh shit. If it's happened to me, yeah, it'll happen to you. Trust me. Like believe me when I tell you, bro. Like if I if it happened to me, like it's possible with anyone, dude. Um I was hopeless, bro. I was just like I would go so long without even smiling, dude, like in my drinking. Like I would go months without smiling. I'd go days without opening my mouth and talking to someone. Like I remember there was one time I was just thinking like, damn, it's been like 3 days since I've even spoken to someone. I've just been like going about my day, just you know what I mean? And that's just no way to live, bro. That's just no way to live. Like we're social creatures. Like we're built for more. So my interactions and relationships have just drastically improved. you know my quality of life in general, like all these things are intertwined, right? But like my mental clarity, you know I'm able to like actually process things on a deeper level, like what I was talking about a few videos ago about like the first thought, the second thought. Like, dog, in my drinking, that never would have happened. because I just was so mentally fogged up, like just first thought immediately, okay, that's what we're going with here. Never able to pause, never able to slow down, never able to think a little bit critically, you know. Now that I have that mental clarity, like I've become a lot more sharp, a lot more like just quick on my feet, and a lot more intentional with what it is that I do, what it is that I say, right? So, yeah, that mental clarity, dude, that is just a freaking beautiful thing, man. I don't live in fear anymore, you know? I don't live in fear. Uh, I drive now, right? And I didn't drive in my drinking days, but like now I drive and like I got insurance, man. I'm sober. Like my car is registered, like I don't gotta worry about like seeing a cop or anything. Like even on my bike, man, when I was drinking I used to be like sketched out, like, oh shit, there's cops coming or there's cops around or whatever. Um and then like I used to just be in fear of like other people and just situations and circumstances and like having to talk with someone or like I'd be drunk off my ass and like someone I know would run into me and I'm like, oh fuck, dude. You know what I mean? Like that is just not a way to live. Like now, like I'm out on the street and I see someone I know, like I'm able to talk, like just no problem. You know what I mean? Because I'm not fucked up. You know? Uh, yeah, man. Don't live in fear anymore, dude. That's a big thing. That's like a really big thing. Like I'm able to hold my head high. I'm able to hold my head high as I go throughout my day. Like, and even in situations that I don't want or never would have wished for, like, I'm still able to, like, move about those circumstances, like, with a level head and just, like, really without fear, just really being like, all right, like, this is going to get handled. Like, you just gain this, like, if you put in the work, you get out what you put into it. But if you're willing to put in the work, like, you just get this level of like just peace, man. Like I don't even know how to describe it. Like for those who are sober, watching this, like you know what I'm talking about, dude. You know what I mean? Like and to the new person, like if there is any new people watching this, like just know like when when people say like things get better, they really do. It takes work. Like it's not just going to be handed to you, right? It's not for free. Well, it's a free gift, right? But you have to like work a little bit to get it. You have to like take the steps to like walk out and receive it. You know what I mean? You have to like take the effort to like unwrap it or whatever, right? Like the gift is there. Like it's on the table. You just got to walk up and get it. But walking up and getting it just takes work, man. But like I don't want to say that to like scare anyone off either, you know? I feel like the work is very much as it comes. As situations arise and as things come up, that's when the work comes into play. So, you know, I'm extremely grateful, man, for my recovery, for my sobriety, dude. And I never would have if I watched someone saying these exact words when I was still drinking, dude, I probably would have been like, yeah, that's bullshit. Like I wouldn't have believed it, but it is true, man. It is so true. And to the new, if there's any new people, like just hold on, dude, Please, like I'm begging you to like just keep on going, man. Like I had so many stressful situations going on when I was first getting sober that I had no idea how they would result, how they would resolve, right? Like what the results would be. Yeah, dude, that was a painful time in my life, but like they led to so many blessings, and like each blessing in my life was preceded by just this great uncertainty of just not knowing. And just by holding on through that uncertainty, coming out the other side is like just this just this beautiful like metamorphosis moment, you know, where you're just like this change, you have this changed perspective, this changed mindset, this changed being, your soul, you know, this changed soul. So that's all I have. I appreciate y'all watching. Peace.